Acts 24. And after 5 days, the high priest Hananiah came down with the elders and a certain speaker, Tertullus, and they brought charges against Saul before the governor. And when he was called upon, Tertullus began to accuse him, saying, having obtained great peace through you and reforms being brought to this nation by your forethought, we accept it always and in all places, most excellent Felix, with all thanks. But, in order not to hinder you any further, I beg you to hear us briefly in your gentleness. For having found this man a plague, who stirs up dissension among all the Yehudim throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes, who also tried to profane the set-apart place, and whom we seized, and wished to judge him according to our law. But the commander Lysias came along, and with much violence took him out of our hands, commanding his accusers to come to you. And by examining him yourself, you shall be able to know all these matters of which we accuse him. And the Yehudim also agreed, maintaining that these matters were so. And when the governor had motioned him to speak, Saul answered, knowing that for many years you have been a judge of this nation, I gladly defend myself, seeing you are able to know that it is not more than 12 days since I went up to Jerusalem to worship, and they neither found me in the set-apart place disputing with anyone, nor stirring up the crowd, either in congregations or in the city, nor are they able to prove the charges of which they now accuse me. And this I confess to you, that according to the way which they call a sect, so I worship the Elohim of my fathers, believing all that has been written in the Torah and in the prophets, having an expectation in Elohim, which they themselves also wait for, that there is to be a resurrection of the dead, both of the righteous and the unrighteous. And in this I exercise myself, to have a clear conscience toward Elohim and men always. And after many years I came to bring kind deeds to my nation and my offerings, at which time certain Yehudim from Asia found me cleansed in the set-apart place, neither with a crowd nor disturbance, who ought to be present before you to bring charges if they have any matter against me. Or else let these themselves say if they found any wrongdoing in me while I stood before the council, other than for this one declaration which I cried out, standing among them. Concerning the resurrection of the dead, I am being judged by you today. And having heard this, having known more exactly about the way, Felix put them off, saying, when Lysias the commander comes down, I shall decide your case. And he ordered the captain to keep Saul and to have ease, and not to forbid any of his friends to attend to him. And after some days, when Felix came with his wife Drusilla, who was a female Yehudite, he sent for Saul and heard him concerning the belief in Messiah. And as he reasoned about righteousness and self-control, and the judgment to come, Felix became frightened and said, for the present, go, and when I find time I shall send for you. At the same time, too, he was anticipating that silver would be given him by Saul, that he might release him. Therefore, he sent for him more often and conversed with him. But after 2 years had passed, Porcius Festus succeeded Felix, and wishing to do the Yehudim a favor, Felix left Saul bound.